What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? My name is Nathan. I am one half of the Heel Brothers, and welcome in to another preview and prediction podcast as our number 3 North Carolina Tar Heels go down to Tallahassee to take on the Florida State Seminoles. Now, this is a game that we've already saw this year. First game of ACC play for North Carolina was Florida State back at Chapel Hill early part of the year, and that was one heck of a game. Florida State came in there with a chip on their shoulder and was honestly beating Carolina pretty solid. They had a 14-point lead against Carolina in the second half, but North Carolina was able to tighten down with a 22-point swing and win that game by 8 points. Big time game for the Tar Heels. It kick-started a lot of what we saw so far, because that was right there in the middle of that UConn and Kentucky and Oklahoma stretch. There was that one ACC game was in the middle of that stretch right there, and it's helped kickstart what Carolina has been. Currently, North Carolina sits 8-0 in ACC play, but in number 2, even though Florida State is 12-7 on the season, they're 6-2 in the conference, and they're number 2 in the ACC as they sit right now. Duke falling just behind that at 5-2. And this is an opportunity right here for Florida State to go out here and prove something. I think Florida State's a really good team. I just think that they've had some unfortunate things happen. They were kind of getting their team together, lost a couple of stars, Matthew Cleveland being one of them this past year in the transfer portal. And Florida State's finding themselves little by little. This is a sneakily good team. Now, they have lost a couple of games very recently. The most recent loss they had, it was against Clemson the other night. But they come in with their workhorse, Jameer Watkins. Man, that guy is leading the Seminoles every single statistical category that you can have in points, rebounds, and assists. The big three, that is. He's not leading in steals or blocks, but he's a workhorse, man. He's going to go out there and he's going to get his, and he's going to, do it at an efficient level. And being 6'7", the junior, he's just getting better and better and better. So I'm curious to see how that matchup will go. Probably Jalen Withers is going to be that guy. Him and Harrison Ingram are going to be trading off a lot between, defensive reps against that guy. But to me, North Carolina comes into this game, and it can't be stated enough that Carolina cannot overlook this game or the Georgia Tech game. They're on the road for 2 straight weeks, and then or two straight games, and then they get Duke back at home to start February. But if they're not careful, they'll overlook these 2 games. And I understand that the record and the Lipscomb loss and things like that for Florida State is very damaging to them. But we've already saw this once. Florida State can put North Carolina down. And this time, being in Tallahassee, you don't want that. Carolina's got to come out here and it's got to play hard. You got to play physical, got to keep doing the things that they have been doing. I have been really enjoying seeing Elliot Cadeau get better on the offensive end. 14 points this last game against Boston College. It's pretty daggum good for him. And he's getting better and better and better. So I want to continue to see players like Seth Trimble, Elliot Cadeau, Jalen Withers, Jalen Washington get the reps and continue to play complimentary basketball, because honestly, North Carolina has really created a place for themselves where they really have about 7 starters on this team. Realistically, I mean, Withers and Seth Trimble have both started this season for North Carolina. But it can't be overstated. This is a team, they're going to go out here and they're going to play you physical. They're going to play you fast. In defensive rating, they allow 73 points a game. They're scored on about 73 points a game. And North Carolina's only allowing 69. They're only scoring at about an average of 77 points a game, where North Carolina is scoring about 83 and a half points per game. Field goal percentage, pretty much the same, about 44% for Florida State, 45 for North Carolina. So it's pretty similar there. Assists per game, 14-13. So this is honestly a very, very even contest, in my opinion. And it's really going to come down to talent versus talent. And this is where I think North Carolina will probably win out here. Like we saw when they started to press, that's when that 22-point swing really came into effect right there. That defensive pressure that North Carolina is able to put through there, if they're really able to tighten down on Watkins and keep him from doing what he does, I think Carolina can really go in here and win at a pretty high level. I think they can go out here and win pretty big. I personally have North Carolina winning this game, and I got them winning, honestly, if I had to pick, 85-70. I think this is going to be a pretty big game for North Carolina. They got to go on. As a matter of fact, fun fact, if North Carolina wins this game, this will be their 10th game in a row. Let's be on a 10-0 winning streak. 9-0 in the ACC if they come out of this. Going into Georgia Tech could be potentially 10-0 in the ACC once the month of January is all said and done. I predicted a undefeated January. So far, they've lived up to that. This is going to be a big test on the road. I thought the Wake Forest game was going to be the big test. And for the first half, it was. And they really showed me something there. So I expect North Carolina in this game to come out, play their style of basketball. Florida State's going to, do their thing. I honestly believe that they're probably going to, come out, get hot maybe early, kind of like what I said was going to happen against NC State. They're going to come out there. They're going to hit you with everything they have in the first few minutes, and it might even be a battle in the first half. But I think in the second half of this game, that's where North Carolina is really going to dig down deep, push through, and create that separation in which I think they win a 15-point game. So let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think about this Florida State squad? I personally think they're a really good squad, in my opinion. They got some great talent over there. This Jameer Watkins kid, he's going to be a treat to watch on Saturday. And you never know. College basketball is the way it is. So Florida State could surprise me and end up upsetting North Carolina. I don't see that happening, but hey, it is college basketball. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know down below what you think. And we'll see you all next time. Go Heels.
You don't want love.
I'm good, I'm